What's poppin', y'all? Welcome to the Dawncast, your daily slice of unopinionated opinions. I'm your boy William.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Daniela.
And I'm Natalie.
And coming to you today is the story of Honduran aliens from the planet of Honduras. They're traveling through Mexico to infiltrate our borders and steal our cows.
So this is a very popular topic in the midterm elections, but I feel like many Americans, they don't really know what it is. They just know the opinions of Republicans or Democrats on this topic.
Yeah.
True.
Recently, it's mostly the Republicans that have been vocal about this. The Democrats have stayed quiet, and I think it's due to many Americans are actually scared about this. They think it's a national security crisis, and if they speak out, it can go against their campaign for the midterm elections. But I mean, this is great for the Republicans. It goes for their branding or something. So let's start from the beginning. How did it all start?
Well, they're a group of refugees from, I believe, Honduras. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're trying to seek asylum. Or some of them are. I don't believe that they're all trying to seek asylum. But they're making their way towards the U.S. Some are seeking asylum, some are looking for jobs. Everybody's doing their own thing, basically. So.
Yeah, that's very important. This is a very important topic. A lot of Republicans have been talking about them saying that they're going to seek asylum, but recently, as of June of 2018, the U.S. law has been altered that victims of domestic abuse and gang attacks can no longer qualify for asylum protection. And that's why they're their asylum request is invalid. What do you guys think about it? Do you think it's valid? Do you think it's not? What are your views on this?
Well, I mean, I heard something about Mexico offering them asylum, but not everyone took it.
Oh.
But they still want asylum, so it seems like they would take it if they did want asylum.
Yeah, I agree. Mexico offered them transportation, resources because they were helping them and all. And then some of them just denied it. They just didn't want it.
Some of them were even offered rides back home.
Yeah.
Which, just goes to show some of them, maybe their intentions aren't to seek asylum.
Yeah, because if they actually wanted asylum, they would take it from anyone who's offering it. If you're actually in need, but you just want it from a specific person, a specific country, which is the U.S. in this case.
So, I think this is a very difficult topic because there's two things to argue. They're not seeking asylum, but also there's immigrants, from other countries, and I feel like I have an empathy towards them, and I think you do too.
Yeah, same.
Most people do, I think. Yes, some of them are fleeing because those countries are third world countries. They don't have all the resources that we have, and they're just trying to come to the U.S. for a better life. But on that note, how do you guys think we should come about this issue? How should we resolve it?
So I feel like the most logical way to resolve this is to regulate the immigration process, just to make it easier for migrants and to ease the president's actions. But another potential solution I read off of USA Today, an article that proposed to increase work visas, and it would allow government officials the opportunity to screen newcomers for security and public health threats. So I feel like that overall would satisfy both parties, and it would end conflict between Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah. Well, it's common ground, yeah.
I think it's pretty much universal to say that everyone feels some kind of empathy for these people, but then it comes to, do we give empathy to people outside of the country or inside the country? Because that's basically what we're deciding here.
Yeah, I feel like in a perfect utopia, we would, live in a world where, yes, immigrants can come and they can find new jobs, but
In the real world, there's a limit.
yeah, and there's, we're facing some consequences that I feel like some people aren't really addressing, and some people are addressing it too much. They go a little bit too much to the right.
Actually, speaking of the right, I found a tweet from Trump. He's always tweeting that just said that some of them may be terrorists or gang members, and while it hasn't been proven, and it's probably not true. There was also something on half of them are women and children. I don't think there's a lot of
Terrorist babies.
yeah terrorist babies or like gang member baby mamas.
It's not like 200, 3,000. No, 2,300 of them are kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, obviously the parents are going to have a better life for their children.
Yeah, but I don't think all of them are terrorists, but we don't know who they are.
Yeah.
So
And then, yeah. Trump has also like said that he wants to use military action.
Oh yeah, it's like what, 5,000 troops or something?
Yeah, he did that, and like a lot of Republicans were saying how like, oh yes, bring our troops back home, instead of like taking them to Afghanistan or whatever. But how do you guys think about this? I feel like maybe
He's being a little too harsh.
yeah, a little too harsh, because if most of them are women and children, what are they gonna do?
I know, you know.
And they've been using like false like, what is this, like rhetoric? Is that what they're trying to do? I don't know. But they had that one picture of like a Mexican policeman being attacked, but that was no, like, you know, it was fake. It's from a different incident. So I think they're trying to like dehumanize these people, thinking like, oh yeah, they're just coming to this country to kill us. But no, I saw Trump tweet that he was retweeted something from. Okay, he retweeted something from Fox News saying that this like one illegal immigrant killed a bunch of people, and he replied, he's like, oh, is this what you want with our country? No, you don't. Vote Republican. And yeah, they're really just using this for their advantage. They're trying to get voters to vote for Republicans so Trump can, you know, rule the Senate.
And I feel like this is a common occurrence with the Republicans. They'll like find an incident and they'll latch onto that as, you know, to propaganda for their campaign. And yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, go ahead, William.
It seems like the best course of action to be treated like, say 1,000 of us Americans, like random people, decided to just run into Canada, like all of us at once. I think some Canadian officials they'd check each and every one of us like they do with everyone else that passes through the border, and make sure that we're not a threat to the country. So I'd say that we should do the same thing with the immigrants. Like I wouldn't let them in illegally, especially in mass numbers like that.
Yeah.
But I'd say we enforce the laws and simultaneously make them better, to where it's easier for you to legally get into the country.
Yeah.
And you can also weed out the terrorist baby mamas.
And rapists
Yeah.
and gang members, supposedly.
Yeah, this is a very difficult subject, and I'm not a politician.
I'm not either. Just students with regular lives.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, it's a very difficult matter, but this is what we think would be best for our country, and I mean, this is going to be our country in the future. We're going to rule it, I guess.
So, I guess this is it, guys.
Yeah, we're done.
This has been the Dawn Podcast with
I'm your boy William, presiding.
Natalie.
Daniela.
and Ashley. We out, boy.
We not with it.
We're not with it.
We not with it.